Hello all, welcome back to another stamp video. This is Silver on Coins and Collectibles. Thank you guys for joining in. Today I'm just going to make a little bit of an interesting video where I rank the top 5 most interesting stamps in the worldwide collection. So that's what we'll be going into today. I mean, I can make the list a bit larger, but I think top 5 that is interesting in with regards to my collection, these would have to be the top 5. Okay, so firstly, we have a 1959 USSR, okay, and this was part of the series of landscapes of the USSR. And the image that was printed on here is in fact a lake that used to be in the former Soviet Union. Okay, so let's say that is the oldest Russian stamp that I have. And the reason I think it's interesting is just because it comes from a completely different era. Okay, that's the first one. The second one, I actually have the complete set, and that is the royal wedding between King Charles and Princess Diana. Okay, this was in 1981, and the commemorative set, so it's a 10p and a 20p. I have both in mint, never hinged, the complete set. And I just think it was interesting because it is such a big part, you know, the British monarchy and such, and just the stamps actually reflects the deep-rooted traditions of the country. Okay, so that one would be royal wedding. Next one is also one that's rather interesting. Is a 1971 Mozambique stamp. Okay, but the thing is, it has been overprint with something that says Independencia 25 June 1975. So this was overprinted to commemorate Mozambique's independence. So I think that is why this one's on the list. Is it's just so interesting that they would take old stamps and then overprint them to commemorate their independence. Okay, that's the Mozambique one. And then the next two, that's just because it's from my part of the world, are some South African ones. So the first one is the 1954 1 penny. So this was again pre-decimal currency system in South Africa. In fact, the Union of South Africa. And this was a 1 penny. It has been cancelled. So it was in use. And the thing is, it has, I believe the designs was animals of the Kruger National Park. As being a wildebeest, which is quite synonymous with South Africa, or quite famous in South Africa. And this 1954 makes it the oldest South African Union stamp I have. I would actually like to collect some more Union stamps because I just think that era ties in nicely, especially with the other collections I have, such as the coin collection on this channel. But this one is the oldest, and that's why it's on the list. Next one that's also rather close to home is a 1995 commemorative that commemorates the papal visit. So this was when St. John Paul II visited South Africa between 16 and 18 September 1995. So this is again interesting if specifically if you are part of the Catholic religion, such as I am. Finding these commemoratives are really interesting, as it just shows how worldwide the faith is. And then the logo, or I would say the image on it, is the papal coat of arms. It's been cancelled, so you can see November 95. And even though these don't have a lot of monetary value, I feel they are quite interesting to have in the collection. So there you go, guys. I might do in the future more top 5 interesting stamps in the collection and I feel worth sharing. But as for today, this is the bit. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.